Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Jen. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a woman on board, the woman is looking for a man, and when we have a man, the man is looking for a woman. Today we are having a woman, and I'll be telling you the kind of man she is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the very first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches, and the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guests will be on my Facebook page at Jenganjero. So you can follow Jenganjero on Facebook and you'll be getting these updates in real time. Our guest on today's show is a 60-year-old single lady. Her name is Rose Wairimo, a Kikuyu by birth, and you can call her either of the names. At the age of 60, you could be asking yourself, what kind of a man is she looking for? What kind of a woman she is? And questions like that. The moment we form a basis of that analysis, you are able to either develop interest or lack of it. Rose is a retired civil servant who is 60 years old, and she's a mother of two grown children. In most cases, if you're 55 years and above, chances are very high that you have children who are already grown, children who are maybe at their final stages of schooling, or they are even on their own. There are so many parents who are even in their late 40s and 50s and now 60s whose children have now children. So you're likely to be a grandmother or a grandfather at the age of 60. Now, she has two grown children. She is a born again believer, and she's looking for a man who is 60 years and above. She wants a man who is 60 years and above, strictly 60 years and above, because you all know that most African women would prefer a man who is older than them, not just for fun or for the sake of it, but because if somebody is older than you, it's presumed that they are going to offer leadership, they're going to bring in order, they're going to bring the element of authority and direction in that family. In fact, if you're a woman, and in most cases, you are likely to find out that people ridicule you when you have a younger man, assuming that maybe you have domesticated him, or number two, that you are controlling his life. At the age of 60, she's born again. She believes in God, and therefore she is a committed Christian, and she believes that there is genuine love. Therefore, if you are a man who is 60 years and above, and you're also from a Christian background, a man who is serious with or without children, because there are so many reasons why one could be single and still have children. One could be widowed, one could also have gotten children and they are in his custody, one could be separated or divorced. Those are some of the reasons, in fact, all of the reasons why one could be single. Now, she's looking for somebody who is genuine, a man who believes in the existence of God, either in Kenya or in the diaspora. And she doesn't want jokers. So if you're a joker, please keep off. And she originally comes from Muranga County. So she is a Kikuyu. However, she has not indicated whether she has a problem with people from other communities. For the purpose of this video, I will presume that she is not in any way biased, and therefore you can just contact her. If you're the lucky guy, then all things go well and you get a good match. People are getting matches. That doesn't matter how old you are. I have always said here, time and time again, that you're always as old as you feel. At the same time, you are as young as you feel. You could be a 70-year young man, 70-year young woman. You could also be a 20-year-old man, 20-year-old woman. You are as old and as young as you feel. Age notwithstanding, everyone has a right to be happy. And sometimes you realize that even when you're 60, you have a whole life ahead of you. Maybe God wants to give you 100 years and you have only lived for 60. That means you have another 40 good years. So what will you be doing? Choose happiness. I've seen so many people prioritizing others, and they are doing everything in their power, everything in their capacity to make everyone else happy except themselves. The standard measure of loving other people is self-love. The SI unit of loving other people is loving yourself. Even Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So you don't love yourself as you love your neighbor. You start by loving yourself, because you cannot give what you don't have, can you? So please, if you are single and you're searching and you want your story to be featured just like that of Madam Rose, you can get in touch and we will do you justice, because why is age alone and you can get a match from a very genuine platform like this one? You can contact Rose on wairimo.andrew@yahoo.com. I'll post that email here on the first comment of the video, and also it will be featured on my Facebook page at Jenganjero. So you can follow Jenganjero on Facebook so that these updates will be featured there in real time. Jenganjero here. See you in the next video.